All right, we here. Brain rotation is locked. Rotate device.
You can't.
Back.
Let's see.
I don't know why. Hey guys, trying to figure out this phone. Are we sideways?
Sitting sideways.
Are we sideways or are we the correct way?
I don't know.
Rotate device back. Sorry guys, somebody just called me. That's my cousin.
It don't look like we live at all.
We are though. Hey guys.
Yo, what's good?
We still trying to figure out how to doing our live stream. Let's see. Oh my gosh,
no.
we're sideways.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's see. How do we not get sideways? Stick with us, y'all. Stick around. We about to answer y'all questions. Okay, are we the right way now? Look here.
Yeah, but it's cut off like a lot.
Hey Jennifer. If you're in the room, say hey, y'all.
It's not a full screen.
It's not.
No. Wow.
I just tested this out, didn't I, babe?
Yeah, but you didn't see what it looked like on the computer.
We might have to do it this way, just so we not wasting folks' time.
It's spinning. It's thinking.
Are we centered?
Oh, no. No, this thing is spinning. You refreshing it?
Hey, guys.
I don't think we're going to catch it, babe.
Huh? I'm coming in. Okay, y'all. This is what it's gonna be. How are y'all doing? Let's see who's here. If you are here, first of all, say hello. And say where you're watching from, okay? Because we got people from all over. So say who you are and where you're watching from, okay? And of course, give this chat or give this live a thumbs up, okay? Hello from the VA is in the building. Da-na-na-na-na. Frisco is in the house. Chicago, moving to Dallas in November.
Chi-town.
Nice. Okay. Hopefully we'll answer some of your questions. I hope you brought your questions today because we definitely are going to be answering some of your questions today. Okay, so Frisco is in Texas, so that is awesome. We also live in Frisco as well.
Yeah.
So if you're here, say hello and say where you're coming from.
Is it hot in Dallas? It's cooling down. It's cooling down.
It's cooling down. It was like 82 today last time I checked, so it's cooling down. So that's cool. Okay, you guys, so we're just going to go ahead and get started because we are about being on time and being prompt. We apologize that it's like this way. We was hoping that it would be landscape, but right, 82 is cooling down. Right. That's not cool for a lot of people, but for us, it's definitely cool.
It's cool.
So before we get started, you guys give this video a thumbs up. The more thumbs up we have, the more YouTube is like, hey, people actually like this video. We're gonna show it to more people. So make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Gary Howard said, can we help him find a job? Yeah, we can help you.
We can help you find a job. We got you.
We got you.
Greetings from Memphis, Tennessee, moving to Dallas in 2 years' time. Oh,
okay.
I love that y'all are like just putting it out there,
Yeah.
just saying this is what's gonna happen, this is what we gonna do, and the time you're gonna do it. That's definitely a part of like the transition part, like just speaking it into existence, you know.
Go Cowboys.
Nah. We not.
Nah.
We're not.
It's Packer Nation in this house.
We're not Cowboy fans. We're Packer fans,
Yeah.
y'all. Well, we're gonna get into the video, you guys. This is live, so bear with it. We haven't been live in a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. So, but we're just gonna, chat with you guys because y'all are like family, and so yeah, thank y'all for being here. So we're gonna start with our story. How did we get to Dallas, Texas, you guys? Like, we have been officially living here for 2 years and a little bit of change.
Yeah,
so our official move date, like we landed on Dallas soil, was August 2nd, right?
Yeah.
August 2nd
2018.
of 2018. We have been married for we have moved. You got Gary Howard, y'all. That's my daddy that live up the street in Frisco. Okay, so we're not ignoring him. That's my daddy. So we have been married for about a year. No, we haven't made a year yet. No, we hadn't made a year.
It was not a year.
We wasn't even married a year, you guys. And the Lord put on our hearts so heavy to move to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, we just really needed to change the pace and change the atmosphere. So
yeah,
we made it happen.
Yeah, comment in the chat, you guys, if you feel like you need to change of pace or you feel like the Lord is calling you to move to Dallas. Like write that in the chat, you guys, because sometimes you think it's just like, okay, is this my understanding or is this like the Lord telling me to do this? Or is this something that I just want to do just because I want to do it? Or is this a God thing? Or is this a God idea? And for us, before we even met each other, we knew that living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin was not going to be our end-all be-all.
Yeah, no, not at all. I know myself, I was thinking more toward Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah. So Chris wanted to move to Charlotte before he met me, and I wanted to move somewhere, not necessarily Dallas, but I wanted to move out of Milwaukee. So when God put us together, we were like, okay, we came to visit because I have family here. We came to visit before we had gotten married, and Chris had never been here before, and he really fell in love with the city.
Yeah.
You want to tell kind of your point of view of that?
Yeah, just coming here. I mean, it was nice. First of all, we came for Thanksgiving, so that's November, of course. But it was still 70-something degrees, and back home, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it was like freezing cold. But that was one thing, and then I was just sold on the area that we was in, which we actually moved to McKinney, but the area we visited was the Little Elm area, Plano, Frisco, North Dallas area, and I was just like, man, this is amazing. This is it's way different from where we come from.
Yeah, it was it is very different from where we come from. Even though we love our city, where we come from, born and raised, it's taught us who we are. Is because of who we are. Yeah, basically who we are today. But we definitely needed a change of pace. So when we came down a second time, right?
Yeah, we came down the second time in 2018, Easter of 2018.
Yep.
And we brought our mothers with us because it was Easter, and I know they wanted to visit. And I don't think it was on your mom agenda to move. And it wasn't on my mom radar to move. My mom didn't move, but Melissa's mom actually
She relocated here too.
She relocated as well.
Shortly after we did.
In October of 2018. So it was just, I think everybody caught a glimpse of the possibility, of things that's here.
That Dallas has to offer. Yeah. And Chris came down the second time kind of with a purpose, He came down with a purpose.
No, this is the first time I came down with a purpose.
The first time?
The first time I came down with a purpose. The first time I came down with Melissa was to ask her dad's hand in marriage. And that was in 2016.
And the second time we was married.
The second time we was already married.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we came down twice before we came down twice together before we actually moved here. So my question to you guys, if you're considering moving here, have you guys even visited the city? Have you been here before? And I'm actually gonna go to the chat on our computer because they've already disappeared on the phone. So it looks like Keisha has already been here. She was stationed in San Antonio.
Okay.
I love Dallas since I was active duty in Air Force. Thank you for your service. And was stationed in San Antonio, though. That's what I'm trying to do with my family. Dallas is awesome. Hello. So go ahead and write in the chat if you visited Dallas before, if you've been here before. Because like we said, we came twice before we moved here. So Cherise said, yes, I went to Mansfield and Grand Prairie. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
We've been both of those places before.
I used to work a lot out there in those areas.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to some schools out there. Grand Prairie High School is a really, really good high school. I've been to Houston, but not Dallas. I'll be visiting Dallas. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Somebody called us. Okay. So, what is that? Evan Star TV said never been. Cherie said coming next month. Okay, I see y'all. Keisha, my husband, has never been, so we're taking a trip next year. Okay. Kiera said I visited Dallas 5 times and have family in Dallas too. Okay. So it sounds like you guys have some pretty cool plans to visit, or you've been here before, which is great. And I would definitely recommend coming to visit if you feel like the Lord is calling you to come here. So after we had visited, you guys, that second time, we kind of visited like with a purpose, you know? Yeah. So before we came, we was praying, we were fasting, we were asking the Lord, like, is this something that we want to, like, that you want us to do? Because we didn't want to move here if it was not God's will for our lives. Like, that's not something you want to do. Yes, Dallas is awesome, but it's not the promised land, y'all. Like, there's problems here.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that, you guys. But I just want you guys to know off top, before we get into anything, is that if you have to pray and ask God, is this the plan that you have for my life to relocate to a new city, to relocate to Dallas, okay? Because if it is God's will, you guys, and we'll get into our story and why and how we have to kind of release our own expectations and our own way of doing things and kind of rely and trust on God. But if you know for a fact that this is what God has called you to do, everything that is going to happen will happen. Okay, it will happen.
And
okay,
you're gonna make the transition work smooth.
Yeah, it'll work smooth. Let me pull this up. Okay.
I think that's that Milwaukee lingo. That says smooth.
Smooth, yeah. Smooth. Okay, so it looks like we have 15 people watching, you guys, and we only have 5 thumbs up. Not sure why.
Let's get them thumbs up, y'all.
Let's get them likes up, you guys, so that
come on now.
so we can keep moving. So go ahead and click that like button, you guys. So yeah. Go ahead and click it. I see you. Thank you. Thank you.
We got 7.
7. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys. So once we came down for the second time with a purpose, after we prayed and fasted, and I think we both was on the plane headed back to Milwaukee, and we were like, we kind of looked at each other and was like, yeah,
this is it.
We was like, yeah, like this feels like it felt right, you know?
I was determined, and I knew that we was going to move. I didn't know when, but I knew that we was going to definitely move.
Yeah.
Melissa, that's my foot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, y'all. Melissa just...
I am so sorry.
Oh, man.
I put the thing on your foot?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. Melissa trying to kill me, y'all.
Why do I always do that? That's not the first time I've done that, y'all. Like, I have dropped stuff on his foot before.
Oh,
like, he think I'm out to get him.
She is.
He thinks I'm out to get him.
I have no shoes on under this, so imagine the whole chair just going on your foot.
I'm so sorry. You handled that very well.
Man. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Back to it.
What up, King?
Yo, it was good. Hey, so what was you saying?
What was we saying? Right, I don't even know. We were saying that...
What were we saying?
What were we saying? We were saying... I don't know what we were saying before we got distracted. But basically we were saying that, the second time we kind of looked at each other and was like, this is it.
Yeah. I
This is
remember
it.
being on the plane and just, I just knew. Like, I was really motivated.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew that this was it. I didn't know when we were going to move, but I knew we was going to be moving soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we got home, like Chris said, we were determined. And to be honest with y'all, if you should I be honest, Chris?
What?
Can we be real with y'all?
What?
Chris looked like what you about to say.
What happened?
First of all, if we looked at our life at that moment and we were like, we're about to relocate to Dallas, it would have nearly looked impossible.
Yo, like, the budget was mad tight.
It was mad tight.
It was crazy.
We were newly married. It was our first time, like, living together. We were still trying to navigate, like, just us together as, like, a married couple.
Yeah.
And how to live with each other and you know, be with each other.
It was just like, you know, I never lived with a female. Melissa never lived with a male, so we was trying to
become one, basically.
One. And that was a battle.
That was a battle. And then on top of that, the Lord was telling us to move. Yeah. So we were like, oh shoot, like now we got to figure out this relocation. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna speak for myself. I was panicking. Like, I knew God had called us to do this. So I started looking for jobs. Chris started looking for jobs, which some of you may be in that position right now where you're looking for work right now. So I had found the job. And my job was like, we need you to move within the next 4 weeks.
Man.
4 weeks,
4
y'all.
weeks. We have 4 weeks to move, pack up everything, and move to Dallas, Texas. Not only that, I had so many loose ends that I had to get together before I moved. You know, I had to make sure my family was all right.
Yep.
Mentally. Because I'm leaving.
And he was the only boy. He's the son.
I'm the only boy. So it was just hard mentally for me. I remember Melissa and I both had a lot of heated debates on whether or not we should make this move. Because I'm like, man, I got X, Y, and Z going on. I got to take care of this. I got to take care of that. And I couldn't see it. So, like I said earlier, when God wants you to make that move, he will make the transition work smoothly for you. So everything worked out, and we are truly grateful for everybody that blessed us along the way, as well as God just opening doors and giving us provision through this whole move. Man. Because I'm telling you, without him, I don't know, man.
Right, without God, we don't know we would have been able to do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you may be looking at your plan that you have set, like, oh my goodness, like, how am I going to be able to financially afford this? Yeah. Because it can be financially taxing. Like, you got to figure out how to get your car here. That's an expense. You have to figure out where to live. That's an expense. You have to figure out how to get your stuff here. That's an expense. So there's a lot of things that comes along with just relocating. Like, some people think, like in the movies, you just pack everything in your trunk and you just drive into the sunset.
Yeah.
No, that's not. I mean, you can do that, but that's not realistic for most adults. You know what I'm saying? So, Nene, we've been here for 2 years. So yeah, you guys. So we put our faith into action, you guys, and we actually packed up and left. So a couple things that we did that really helped us transition smoothly was, first, we had a plan of action, okay? So we set our minds, this is what we're gonna do, and we put it into motion. Now, our plan of action was expedited because I had to be here within a month for my job, okay? And remind you, Chris did not have a job when he moved here. So, and we're not going to get into that story because we have a whole
made a video about that.
We have a whole video about that, you guys. So, I will put in the chat, but
I don't know what guy would make a move like that.
Yeah,
I had to be crazy.
No, you wasn't crazy.
No, I wasn't crazy.
You were faith driven. That's what you were.
That's what
he was faith driven.
But from the outside looking in my flesh,
yeah,
I'm thinking I'm pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sure other people thought you was crazy. Like, what? You moving somewhere without a job? Yeah, he did, and that he had to break down his pride.
Oh yeah.
In order to do that, in order to do what God has called him to do, and I think that was a lesson.
But then move down, and 2 weeks later you get.
Oh yeah.
Get the job. So I don't know. Like it's.
Yeah.
It's,
2 weeks later, you guys, he had a job, and then he left that job, and then he got another job. Mm-hmm. So, and to the point now where he has worked some jobs, to the point where he is now an entrepreneur. He has his own. Came down here and literally started his own business.
And thriving, dude.
And his business is thriving.
It's crazy.
So I think I saw some in the chat that I want to add on. It says, I think somebody said obedience and sacrifice or something like that. Yeah. And that is so true. That is so true. Because if we would have looked at our situation coming down 2 years ago, mm-hmm. and if we could have projected like, okay, in 2 years, y'all gonna be straight. In 2 years, y'all gonna have this, y'all gonna have that, y'all go this. We would be like, okay, cool, let's do it.
But you know what? Even before we even thought about moving, right? Sidebar. Like, when we speak of obedience, Melissa and I were both obedient in that time because it was like, even though things were tight, we still made sure we gave that 10%. We still made sure we stayed in scripture. In the word, going to church,
praying, worshiping.
Yeah.
Because right before we left, you guys, I'm telling you, we were about to break. We were like, we can't do this. The numbers are not adding up. Like, I'm just going to call the job and say I can't come. Like, it was so hard. And I just remember Chris was just really down. And I was like, okay, both of us can't be down at the same time. So you remember that moment?
I remember that moment because I was expecting to, I was actually going to leave the job I was working at the time. I was doing driving the truck and going back into the trades for a few months. But that was like, well, you about to leave and X amount of time.
He was going to go back into construction to get a little bit extra money.
Oh, it was like they was paying really good at that time, but they was like, well, we're not going to take you back because
you leaving.
So
yeah.
You know, so I was like, man, that didn't work out. Anything that I planned didn't work out, and that moment taught me like, this is not my plan is nothing compared to what God has planned in store for me and my wife. So
yeah.
I just.
So how do we get through that tight time, that time of like our faith was really, really low? We literally worshiped. Mm-hmm. We put on some, and it wasn't like hallelujah.
No.
We put on some rap gospel music.
We was listening to Swoop.
We listened to some rap music.
Shout out to Swoop.
We listened to some rap gospel music, y'all. And I was like, listen, we about to put this on and we go sit here and we go like get crunk for the Lord. And we was like worshiping the Lord, you guys. Yeah. Because
it's like no matter what the enemy would throw at us.
It's crazy.
It was just like, God can work this out. Yeah. That was the overall understanding at that time.
Yeah, that God is gonna work this out. Exactly. Okay, you guys. So, okay, I feel like we just going. But this is all a part of our story. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a day.
And this is unscripted. This is like.
This is us.
This is
us. So it's gonna be a day, you guys, when you're gonna be able to sit and tell your story to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Somebody that's wanting to do something, start something. Somebody that's like, hey, I want to start this business. Mm-hmm. I see that you started a business. What did you do? How did you keep the faith? Or somebody that wants to relocate, how did you do it? Because we get those questions all the time in our inbox, in our email. How did you do it? What did you do? What is your story? So that's why we're sharing that with y'all today, okay? Demon Chef family is in the building.
Shout out to the Demon Chefs.
Okay, you guys, so we stopped worrying about what was going to, or how it was going to happen, and trust God to make it happen, basically is what we did. When we started putting one step forward, one step in front of the other, one step in front of the other.
Just taking the initiative.
I'm telling you, things started opening, doors started opening. Now, a big component of our relocation story, okay? A big component. I'm calling it a relocation story. I feel like I just made that up. Was that we had a moving mentor.
Yeah.
We had a moving mentor, you guys. Keisha, we about to get to your question in 1 minute, you guys. We had a moving mentor. And this moving mentor, you guys, was there for us. I'm trying to pull it back up. Was there for us to help us in our move to Dallas, you guys. So you're probably thinking, okay, what in the world is a moving mentor? A moving mentor is someone who you can call when you have questions, okay? It's someone who you can help bounce ideas off of. A moving mentor is someone who's going to tell you what's good in Texas and what's not so good. Because things that may be great in the city that you're in may not be so great here in Dallas, okay? But a moving mentor is basically someone who lives in the city, who knows the city, and can give you the ins and outs of and help you with your move to relocate. And we were fortunate enough to have someone like that lived here, that was able to help us out and tell us, hey, Amazon is hiring right now. Right. Or I just saw on the news that such and such is hiring right now. You know, fill out an application. Or you you don't want to live in Oak Cliff, okay? You don't want to live over there, okay? I know the rent is cheap right now, but you don't want to live over there, okay? You need to move more towards Richardson and
not that anything is wrong with Oak Cliff.
Okay.
Shout out to Oak Cliff.
Okay, shout out to Oak Cliff. We love y'all in Oak Cliff, okay? But you know what I'm saying, right?
It's like leaving, you know, you don't want to move from one hood to another hood, you know, so.
Yeah,
one
right.
Of those things.
Yeah, one of those things. Okay, so we had a moving mentor, you guys, someone to help us along the way. Hello, Indiana. Welcome to the live stream. Vernell, welcome. Hey, y'all. We've been gone for a minute. Hello, amazing artist. Hello, I'm from Garland. Hey, amazing artist. Maybe you can give
shout out to Garland.
Chime in a little bit, you guys. We have a lot of people on the chat who is looking.
Feel free to chime in, y'all.
Who is looking to move to Dallas? So you can always give your input whenever, okay? Especially if you're in the chat and you're from here.
Yeah, definitely.
So we had movie mentors, but we understand that everybody doesn't have that opportunity to move, to have a moving mentor. Like we get that. Everyone doesn't have family here. Some people are moving here sight unseen, like don't know nothing and deciding to move here. And I feel like that is an incredible step of faith to do something like that. But you know, Chris and I, we want to extend our expertise to you guys. We want to say, hey, we had a moving mentor, and why can't we be that for somebody else, you know? And we know the city. We know what's going on here.
I feel like...
Why can't we be that to somebody else?
I feel like, you know, we had help along the way. People helped us out giving us information. So I just felt like, you know, paying it forward. You know what I mean? Like just paying it forward a favor. I mean, paying a favor forward to people and helping them out. And so...
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys, if you are like, man, I wish I had somebody that could just answer this quick question, like you on YouTube looking for answers, looking for videos, and you just wish you could just text somebody real quick, like, yo, what's going on with this? Like, I'm looking at this area. What do you think about this area? What is it like? We would love to be that for you. You know, we would love to be that for you.
DFW has so many pockets,
like just today. Chris was working on a client's car, and I had to take something to him because he was working on a client's car, and it was in Dallas. So I'm driving. I'm like,
I think it was
a beautiful area, and I'm like, what would you look to live over here?
It's not in the Highland Park area. Highland Park is like the upscale area, but it's like across 75. So it's like
they don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like...
Okay. It's a nice area.
You're right.
And there's so many nice areas in Dallas that you wouldn't know just by not knowing. You know what I'm saying? So having a movie mentor can tell you, like, hey, you know, this is a really nice area. You should probably consider living over here or do this or do that, you know? So we would love to be that for you guys. I'm actually going to...
Amazing artist. It is east of 75. So I think Highland Park is on... the west side, and it's like the east side of 75.
You guys, I'm actually going to put a link in the chat, you guys. If you are looking for a moving mentor, someone to help you bounce ideas off of, to help you along the way, listen, we want to be that for you, okay? So I'm going to put a link. It's going to be under my personal YouTube, my link, Melissa Teat. Go ahead and...
Possibly Greenville.
Can y'all see it? Click this link, you guys, or copy and paste this link. I'm just going to paste it one more time. Copy and paste this link Is it gonna show up? I should have made my own self a monitor. Didn't even do that. Let me know if that link showed up, you guys. If not, I can log in through Meet the Teats. But I want you guys to fill out that link if you're looking for a moving mentor. We would love to be that for you, and we can help you in your transition to Dallas. Okay. So let me know if that link showed up. I'm gonna put it under our name too. Here we go. I don't think it showed up. There it is. Okay, here we go. Here's the link, you guys. I'm gonna say click the link, fill out.
Keisha Jones says you guys are moving mentors. You watch every single video. You
Fill out the video, fill out the form.
Yeah.
And we will contact you ASAP. Probably within 24 hours. We'll contact you and because
Bowen, they said they just moved to Plano 3 weeks ago from Michigan. Shout out to Michigan. We got people out there.
Okay, so that's the link. I'll probably put it in the chat one more time. But yeah, you guys fill that out. We'll contact you within 24 hours, and we'll get a little bit more information about you, and we'll hit you up and help you guys move to Dallas. Okay, so let's get into some of these questions, y'all. Some of the questions were, should we do the chat questions first and then the questions we got?
Let's do the chat questions.
Okay.
Let's do those.
So if you haven't posted your question in the chat, y'all, this is free game, okay? This is free game.
Free game, right?
Free game.
Melissa take my words.
That's your word?
Nah, it ain't my words. Everybody's words. I'm not the one that said it. I don't listen.
I think it was some questions. I think Keisha asked the question. Shoot.
I don't think they really asked them too many questions.
I think somebody did ask a question. Oh, I said such and such. We're gonna get to your question in a minute. Somebody said, okay, if you have a question, go ahead and post it, you guys, because I don't know where it went. But it's time for question and answer. While you guys are doing that, there are some questions that was posted on our social media, so we'll get to those. So Olivia R said, how is the employment market during COVID? And if we have any experience. So we weren't looking for jobs during COVID. Our jobs were pretty secure.
I mean, I started a whole business.
You changed jobs during COVID?
Yeah.
So you can speak more into that, like how.
I mean, it was. I found my morning job, FedEx.
Yeah.
And
so Chris has a part-time job, and then he has his detailing.
But the early morning, I mean, it was like normal. They're operating. They said they had their employees on furlough for like. Some people said it was on furlough for maybe 3 months. Some people was like a month. But I know as far as the city, because the cases was so high here, like a lot of stuff has shut down. I think my previous job, I think they were still working, but it was slow.
It was slow.
Yeah. And I was out on injury, so from what I was hearing, it was slow. And they had to take new measures and retrain people, all kind of crazy stuff. But that's the only thing I know as far as the job market. I know now that it's pretty much picking up. It seems like everything's kind of back to normal somewhat. So.
There's a couple people in the chat that live here. The Demochet family lives here. A couple other people live here. Just moved to Plano, Texas 3 weeks ago from Michigan. So Bowen lives here. What up, Bowen? Welcome to the chat. So if you live here and you want to answer any of these questions, please so. The more people answering these questions, the better variety of like responses we'll have, because obviously it's only 2 experiences that you're going to get.
Yeah.
But if you have any experience with the job market, did you lose your job during COVID? If you lived here in Dallas, were you laid off? Did it get slow? Now for me, because I'm a public speaker, that's my full-time job, a public speaker, and schools were shut down, my job slowed down because I wasn't able to physically go out and speak to students at schools. So my job quickly had to improvise And so we started doing virtual programs. So things kind of had to switch up, as which probably a lot of jobs around the country had to switch up. But far as employment during COVID, Chris was able to start a business during COVID.
Well, wait. I started. COVID wasn't.
It was pre-COVID.
It was pre-COVID.
March was kind of like COVID though, babe.
Nah, it didn't really. Nah.
No? Okay.
Nah, because I had my surgery, then started my business, and then I think like a week later, that's when they started shutting everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So I started my business a week prior to COVID.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's a blessing.
What?
That you started like pre-COVID. But he's able to still get work, during COVID. People are still calling him to get work, which is a blessing. And then he was able to find a job. I don't know if you probably don't want to say the company that you work at, but he was still able to find, work during COVID. So that's the employment, you guys. And if anybody else want to add on to that, just chime on in. Okay, what else questions? Apartment requirements. So we have another question, Olivia R. Apartment requirements. So if you've been rocking with us for a minute, we just moved to this house, this apartment that we're in, okay? So what did we have to do to move here? The requirements, well, first you had to fill out the application. Mm-hmm. And then you had to. There was quite a bit of fees. I feel like.
Yeah, we paid some fees.
I feel like it was quite a bit of fees.
Not quite a bit. It was just like the standard fee, like application fee,
admin fee.
What the heck was that?
I don't know what an admin fee is, but we had to pay, and that was like $250.
Like, what was that for?
It was like $250. So we had to pay an admin fee, an application fee, and then we had to pay the pro rate for the month. We moved in on the first. We had to pay a full month's rent.
Yeah. And
then they asked for proof of employment, like our check stubs.
Yeah, they asked for that.
Check stubs.
Me being an entrepreneur, they just asked for my bank statements.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Chris had to send in his bank statements. I sent in, I think it was 2 check stubs. Mm-hmm. I think that was it. Oh, they did run our credit. Mm-hmm. They did run our credit. So they didn't say like you had to have a certain credit score in order to move here. We don't know what the score is.
I think they just asked that you make like 3 times the amount of rent.
Yeah.
Of whatever unit that you pick. So you got to make 3 times that amount.
Yep. So, so I guess you can kind of figure that out. Yeah. But what else? And if you have like any type of outstanding bills, like in collections or anything from like energy companies or obviously like other apartment buildings, then they're gonna ask you to clear that up before you move here, or they will decline you or whatever. Mm-hmm. So just before you, just be mindful of that, y'all. Like as you transition, get your stuff together, clean up your mess. I'm trying to keep it real with y'all. Clean up your mess.
Oh yeah, clean your stuff up.
Clean your stuff up, okay? Because if you got outstanding bills with electricity and water companies, you can't take that mess. I keep calling it mess. You can't take that to up to Dallas, okay? They don't play like that, okay? They don't play that. So
Texas don't play like that.
Texas don't play that. They like.
We had to learn the hard way.
We had to learn the hard way. Maybe we'll talk medical.
Yeah, it was more medical stuff.
That was more medical stuff.
Wisconsin, wait. Wisconsin will bill you. Down here, they need their money up front, right then and there.
Yeah, let's just real quick, y'all. Real quick. I know it's not the question, but y'all need to know. This is stuff y'all need to know.
Stuff that y'all need to know.
We didn't know this. So if you get sick, right? If you get sick, there's like different urgent cares everywhere. Mm-hmm. Most people don't really go to the hospital if they sick. They go to what we call urgent care, right? And there's plenty urgent cares everywhere. You gotta come there with some money, okay? Mm-hmm. There's no such thing unless your insurance. Maybe you may have A1 insurance, but most people don't have A1 insurance like that. Right. So if you have to go there with some money, okay? You have to pay them.
If you don't have insurance.
You have to pay them to even be seen, like a copay. Yeah. But if you don't have insurance, y'all, they gonna be like, okay, here's an itemized list. The doctor won't touch you. The doctor's not gonna do this. You probably not even go see a doctor. You're just gonna see the nurse, and you have to pay just to like see the nurse. So it's.
I got sick.
He
I
had
got
gotten sick
when we first moved down. I don't think our insurance kicked in yet, or did it? No, our
No,
insurance
we
didn't.
was doing the
the
Obamacare.
Yeah, we had to do Obamacare
because our jobs, my job didn't have insurance.
And it wasn't 90 days yet.
Yeah.
I got sick so bad that I had like mucus and all kinds of. I don't even know. It might have been COVID back then. It was 2018.
Yeah.
But I remember going to the urgent care, and I think we had to pay like out of pocket $180 something, and then pay for our pills and stuff like that. I forgot how much that was, but it was just like, man. But you gotta have the money up front. If you don't, they not gonna see you at all.
Yeah.
They ain't trying.
Okay, that's all we gonna say about that. That's all we gonna say about that.
What about babies? People trying to start families.
Hmm.
People trying to start families and stuff.
Yeah, I
Babies.
mean, if you're trying to have a baby,
If you're trying to have a baby,
better bring
make
that
sure you
cash.
have $12,000 in your bank account. But the first trimester, just have that in your bank account during the first trimester. Have $12,000 in your bank account.
yeah, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, okay, so y'all asking questions, so let's get
All right,
to
what we
it.
got?
So let's go up. Did your car insurance go up?
Our car insurance went down.
Yeah, our car insurance went down.
And the reason it went down, because in Milwaukee, car thefts and stuff like that, the thing they call Stoley Gang, all that stuff like that, people were stealing cars in neighborhoods, and our insurance was sky high. We moved down here, and it was like $200 less.
Okay, good question though. What are your pros and cons of living in Dallas? Was the question from? Oh, okay. Thanks, Demochet family. So the pros and cons. Let's just do 2 pros, 2 cons to make it quick. So with should we start with the cons?
Yeah. To living in Dallas? In opposed to...
opposed to just, like, what are your cons?
Oh.
And your pros. So let's start with for me, a con is just... Ooh, that's not even a...
Do I have a con? I don't even know if I have a con. I know it's something in every city, but I think it's just one of those things. Like,
I know, right? I feel like it's straight.
I've really just learned to adapt and just take the good with the bad, man.
But what's the bad?
Yeah, the bad is that I don't know.
We can kind of look at this as
but it's truly the bad.
When you first move here, this may be a bad for you, but after you be here for...
I got one.
Okay, what's one?
The con. I know when I first moved down here, I realized that people are slow to do things.
Oh, okay. Forever for stuff to get done.
They take forever to get stuff done down here. I think that's probably my only con. And I think I just experienced that with the doctor.
Construction. Oh, the doctor? Yeah.
But
Traffic.
Traffic is bad. Yeah, traffic is bad.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a little bit slower to get stuff done. And just real quick, I'll explain it because I can say it real quick. Real quick, right. Chris.
What you trying to say?
He called the doctor, and he had something going on with his leg. Called the doctor, and the doctor told him to get an ultrasound. And they said they'll call him back within an hour with the results. Never called back. I mean, 2 days later, still didn't get a call back. So we took it upon ourselves to go to urgent care to see what's wrong with his leg. They told us right away what was wrong with his leg, okay?
It was 5 days.
Yeah. And then the next day, the doctor wanted to say what's wrong with his leg. So just little stuff like that, like, okay, why didn't y'all call us back to tell us what was wrong with the leg? Now we got to spend money at urgent care. So some things are just not as urgent as we would want them to be, and that can be a con. And also traffic is a con as well. I mean, this is a major city, so traffic is expected. Right. Somebody said the air pollution in Dallas has gotten a little worse over the years.
I don't know, because we come from Wisconsin.
We come from where pollution is not a big deal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it may have.
I don't know.
Sometimes when I look on the weather app, it does say poor air quality.
Really?
And I'd be like, what's that? Yeah, I look at the weather a little bit more than you do.
Yeah, but I know as far as another kind of mine probably would be like work. Like when I started, I got used to working like at starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. But coming down here, like they want you to come in to work at 8 o'clock. And then they had us to stand around until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand why things is just not happening. Like I done wasted 2 hours. But I don't know. Whatever.
So they just move a little slow.
Yeah, they move a little
now
slow.
The pros, I'm sure we have tons of pros. The pros is that it's a lot brighter here for some reason. Like
oh yeah.
I feel like where we come from, there's like a dark haze over the city.
Yeah.
But when I walk outside, I just immediately want to say like, thank you, Lord. Like I just want to like take a deep breath
it's
and just
everyday reminder.
It feels refreshing.
You see people walking, being active, smiling, waving at you, saying hi to you.
Mm-hmm.
Where we come from, that's not it. Like
That's not
people
the
sizing you up, like ready to beat you up.
And it's more chill here.
Yeah,
like
you say good morning to somebody back home, they gonna cuss you out or something like that.
Yeah, it just seems more chill for us. Seems like it's more family oriented. It's a lot safer.
It's a lot safer in a location where we are. Now,
we live in Frisco.
It's in some places that's down here in Dallas, of course, like every other city, but where we are, it's pretty good. I mean, the school systems is way better than what we got going on back home. So.
Okay, so those are some of our pros. Did your car insurance? Okay, what's the vibe like between Garland and Mesquite? I'm from DFW, in the mid cities, but I want to move out that way.
I don't know.
We don't live out there. So
and when I do go out there, it's just like in passing, like I'm either doing somebody's car, and the neighborhoods that I be in over there is like, it's okay.
Yeah. Not sure.
Not really
but
sure.
But I mean, I would definitely do a little bit more research. Not sure about Garland, Mesquite, but from what I've noticed, I've been to a couple schools out there. I mean, it seems pretty cool to me. Yeah. Where have you guys been? Oh, how are you doing since COVID? My girl, are you still working? Are you still working at the school? Now you're doing virtual work. Let me know the tea. I think I've answered that. We're doing great since COVID, you guys. We have been enjoying being with each other. We're not like at each other's throat. We actually enjoy being together. And yes, I'm doing virtual, and Chris is doing cars. So that's what we doing.
I gotta do.
King responded, Garland's more diverse than Mesquite, a little bit more dangerous. Thank you for chiming in.
Cool.
Sharice is looking at Arlington. Keisha, we're looking at Frisco, Plano, Irving. All those are great areas. I'm looking to move to Frisco. Oh, crap. I'm looking to move to Frisco. I missed it. Oh, I lost it. Looking to move to Frisco from New York City. How are the oil gas jobs in Dallas? In DFW?
I'm not sure.
Oil gas jobs. We are so removed from oil gas jobs. I work in like education, public.
But I think King just said a lot of the oil jobs is out there toward Fort Worth, and Dallas do seem to be a bit more white collar. This might be like where the headquarters and everything be at.
Yeah, King, chime in.
But for the most part,
Y'all stumping us.
Waco, Texas is cheaper than Dallas. Waco is 2 hours away. That's all.
Waco.
That's all the way at the bottom. Babe.
Oh, am I all the way up at the top?
Yeah, I just saw it pop.
Oh, okay. So
So
people are responding. I see. Thank y'all.
You gotta move. You gotta scroll down.
I'm moving too slow.
Yeah. Come on now.
I'm sorry. What was the name of that? That was Dallas. That was around. That was really nice across from Highland Park. That was Dallas.
It was Dallas, but it's another city. I don't know the name of it though.
Shoot us an email, Tara. Shoot us an email. We'll get that for you.
Find out for you. I have to contact my client and see what it's actually called.
For areas, daily rate depend on you apply per bar. Okay, Demashet's chiming in. Chris, since you worked in construction, have you thought about commercial real estate or for a business? Have you thought of commercial real estate for a business?
Possibly. I spoke with I got a cousin that's staying in Irving, and he's getting into commercial real estate. Possibly. There's no telling where this, business will take me.
Keisha said, "Is there a lot of construction jobs there?"
Yeah. The thing about construction down here is, for us, it's not like how it is in the north. So, they pretty much lowball you like crazy. From what I was making back home, I was probably making half of that down here. And two, it's pretty much sold up by a lot of Latinos, a lot of Mexicans. They got that sold up. So, and they get to it, man. They get busy down here for real. So I mean, yeah, it's construction jobs, just like anywhere else. It's a lot of stuff being built in the city.
A lot of stuff being built.
A lot of stuff. So I would look around. They got like a few big companies down here that's like really known, and I could get you that information. Just inboxes or something. We get you.
Yep. Okay. So smog. I don't really experience a lot of smog.
I don't know because
The air quality, the hotspots. Go ahead.
I don't know. Smog as far as people like looking smog or
No, like
weather?
air quality.
Oh, air quality. I don't know. Air quality seems to be pretty decent.
What has been your experience in Afro? Okay, here we go. What has been your experience? Mizzy said, what has been your experience as an African American couple living in North Dallas, especially with the racial climate, lots of diversity and acceptance? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You want to start it off? You can start it off.
Okay. So I feel like it is diverse. Living in North Texas, and for those who don't know, North Texas is more like suburban. Yeah. Okay, it's more suburbs out here.
North Dallas.
I'm sorry. North Dallas is more like suburban, and South Dallas probably east and no, east is more like
east, south, west. That's a lot. That's
it's more like urban.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, North Dallas is nice. It's really, really nice up here. But you're going to see people who look like you living in North Dallas. And where we come from, we came from the most segregated city in the nation. Okay, so
I always laugh and joke because I said when I first came down here, I was talking like a slave, asking my coworkers like, so where do black people stay?
Right, and everybody
looking at me like, what?
And that's the thing. Black people stay everywhere in Dallas. So it's not like this is where mostly whites are or mostly blacks are. This is where the mostly,
I put it to you like, if you got the money, you can live wherever you want to down here.
Exactly. Now, one thing I will tell you for sure, okay? And everybody, I hope you listening, okay? Are you listening? Like, listen up. A low-key way, I feel like a little slight racism. But I don't know if they think I don't know if they know they're being like, what you mean by that? It's like when I go to a school, like let's say I go to a school in like a real like uppity area where blacks and whites live, they'll be like, do you have a long drive back home? Or where you from? Or where are you from? South Dallas?
They automatically assume
that
we're from South Dallas.
That I'm from South Dallas. Because I'm black and they just think I'm from South Dallas.
You tell them you live in I live in McKinney or I live in Frisco.
They're like, oh,
you live in Frisco.
Oh, you live in Frisco?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's about the extent that I have experienced when it comes to like any type of racial stuff. They assume that you live south, to be honest with you. And that's not the case. No. So when people say that to me, I just be like, nope. No. Nope, I don't. And I don't know if they think something differently about me or what, but
I think that's the only thing that I've really experienced down here,
Yeah, Demished family talk about it. They said they experienced a big culture shock from coming from Louisiana.
Yeah. And we spoke on that. Be sure to share that. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all go to the Demochat family and check out their page. By the way,
Yeah.
Everybody that's in the comment section, man. Shout out to the Demochat family.
Yeah, they are super cool. So yeah, you guys, that's about the extent. We haven't other things that I've experienced because I've been in and out. I've been a lot of places, y'all. When I go to the very rural areas, you see a lot of should I just
yeah, I get worried. I get worried for my wife being on the road.
Just be honest with y'all.
Being on the road, going to them places. We went to a place, I don't know, it was outside of Austin. And
that was Austin though, like
it was Austin, but it was on the outskirts. So we driving into the city, and on the side of the road, there's a sign for a restaurant. The restaurant name is Kathy's Country
I don't have it in my
Kitchen.
phone.
And it's spelled with all K's vertically.
So Kathy's Country
Country
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
What does that spell? KKK.
On the side of the road.
On the side of the road. Driving into the city, you guys. That's what we saw.
Let you know where you at.
So, and amazing artists, you're right. You will see stuff like that, Confederate flags.
Yeah,
you'll see things like that on the outskirts of the city, and sometimes in the inskirts. Sometimes.
But I think a lot of those people, they just like driving through the city, coming from work, et cetera, et cetera. They be on like a lot of pickup trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I thought
you got to remember, you guys, we're still in Texas.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
In the South.
We're still in the South. We're still in Texas. Yeah. But for the most part, you're going to find people who are super cool.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to run into a lot of like blunt racism. Right. You'll get that little subtle like.
But you know what?
What?
I would take this over the racism that we experienced in Wisconsin.
People think people ain't racist in Wisconsin.
Any day.
They are.
Any day. I would take this. I'll take the Confederate flags. I'll take whatever. Man, stay in your lane. I'll stay in mine. But back home, they let you know about, like, you pop up somewhere, it's in their face that you don't belong there.
Yeah, in Wisconsin, where we're from,
yeah,
you feel it when you're not supposed to be there. But here in where we're from, we haven't gotten that vibe.
Quick story. So it was
Chris always got a story.
Young professional, just moved in, interracial couple. I was reading it in a newspaper for Wisconsin, not newspaper, but online. But they moved into suburb. I think it was like Whitefish Bay, somewhere like that. And the neighbor called a cop. They moved in like the day, and then like a day or two later, the neighbor called a cop on a black dude. Cops go in the house, pull a gun out on dude, and put him in handcuffs in his own home.
In Wisconsin?
In Wisconsin. It was like they stayed somewhere like Whitefish Bay, somewhere like that. But it's just, you know, they got ways of letting you know
you don't belong.
You don't belong. So
yeah. So
it's sick, man.
And I understand because we get a lot of people who like message us and text us, or I should say DM us, to be like, how is it there for, they always say I'm an African-American woman or I'm African-American male. How is it? Like, what is it like?
Well, here in Dallas?
Yeah, you know, people that's like, a lot of people ask us that question. And I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll definitely be okay.
If you going into the outskirts though, you know, be careful.
Definitely be careful always.
Be careful going into the outskirts. Yeah. So that's all we're gonna say on that. Yeah. Sonia is from Milwaukee. She said her and her husband are moving from Milwaukee to Irving.
Oh, okay.
Yay! 414. 414. Right.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that. Okay. I've lived in Dallas my entire life and never witnessed a Confederate flag in the city.
Nah, not in the city.
Right. It's not necessarily
That's why
in the city.
If you see it in the city, they just passing by. It's like on trucks, whatever. Yeah. Stuff like that. But yeah, on the outskirts, definitely. Nah, the city cool.
Okay. Did I miss anybody? Okay, so let me just go down. So
Confederate flag.
Yeah, people still repping it. Some schools I go to, the kids are just real country. The students are. Oh, I guess I did get a comment on a survey. They
Keisha,
called me the N-word.
Keisha said, "How's the barbecue in Memphis? We take our barbecue serious." Man, I don't know. So we're not really barbecue eaters. I don't eat pork. Melissa don't eat pork. Nothing like that.
I ain't messing with they barbecue.
But that brisket is pretty good. But a lot of stuff just tastes like smoke to me. But once again,
it tastes like liquid smoke.
Coming from Wisconsin, we not really big barbecue eaters like that unless it's like family cookout stuff like that. But I don't ever desire to go out and just get barbecue.
He likes brisket. But
I like brisket.
That's not something we're like, ooh, I got a taste for brisket and barbecue.
Nah.
Like, we ain't doing that. Like,
Nah, man.
We don't even eat that much meat like that. The Michelle family said it's overrated.
And that's the thing about Dallas. I don't really know about Houston that much, but it's a lot of restaurants, like tons of restaurants, but
all of them ain't good.
All of them ain't good, man.
It's all y'all got all these restaurants here, and a lot of them are kind of foul.
Now, we're not gonna down talk y'all city for the people that's from Dallas, but they, like I said, it's a lot of restaurants, but a lot of them not good. So it's like hit or miss, you know.
Sonya said people be hyping us Speed Queen in Milwaukee.
Man, Speed Queen. Oh, Speed Queen is trash.
I used to eat it when I was a kid.
That's when it used to be good.
Yeah.
That was back when it was eating pork.
So, Mizzy said, what do y'all two miss about being back in Wisconsin besides family and cheese curds? Oh, she said cheese curds?
What do we miss about Wisconsin?
I kind of miss the 4 seasons. A little bit. A little bit.
I can't. We only get like 3 months of summer. Do that count as a full season? 2 months.
Okay, we got a couple Milwaukee folks in the building, okay? The thing is,
it's cold.
It's cold in Wisconsin. Y'all know that. It's cold.
It's cold.
And
most of the
that
time,
2018 winter, no, 2017 winter. I looked at Chris.
It was brutal.
I said, we can't do this no more.
This is it.
Like, this is it. This is our last winter here. And I spoke that into existence. Y'all better stop.
Right.
I don't want the 12 feet of snow or like 12 inches of snow. I don't want the foot of snow.
I feel like it's 10 months of winter.
But it's more winter there than it is any other season.
And the funny thing, we noticed because when we moved down, we unpacked all of our clothes, and it was like hot. And we looking at all our clothes like...
We had no summer clothes.
We only got winter clothes.
We had to go buy a whole new wardrobe. We had no summer clothes when we moved here. We thought we had summer clothes. We ain't had no summer clothes, y'all. I had like 2 pairs of sandals. We was out here bad. But the thing about here, you're not gonna necessarily get the 4 seasons. Like, it's fall time and it's still 85 degrees. You know, it's still warm.
I think it was still like 75 degrees at Christmas time last year. So.
But the color, seeing the leaves change.
Yeah, you're
not really gonna get that.
And that's what I do miss about home.
Yeah, because it's beautiful in the fall.
I miss that.
In Wisconsin.
It's amazing.
But the leaves stay green here, so we'd be like, dang, these leaves still green. Like when the leaves go fall.
They make you think it's like fake trees planting around.
Right, what's this? So yeah, y'all. So I missed the 4 seasons, but not the super long winters.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, are there any Haitians there? I know they're in Houston, but I was wondering about Dallas.
So Houston is
melting pot.
Like the melting pot from what I've experienced. Like, but I know we've met a couple Haitians. A couple Haitians that's in our small group of church.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to our church family. But I haven't really came across too many. I'm pretty sure they're here.
Oh yeah,
of course,
they're everywhere.
But you know, I just.
Oh, King is on it. Thank you, King. He told me something. Yes, a lot of Haitians in Carrollton.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if we're gonna bump into them because we all look the same. So I wouldn't know just like in passing.
Right.
Unless I see a flag in their car or something like that, but I wouldn't know in passing though.
Yeah. Okay, fun fact. In the winter, it gets colder in McKinney than it does in Dallas. Oh, I didn't know that.
It probably does.
It was cold.
It was kind of cold.
It was kind of cold. Like, I feel like I had to wear my winter coat.
It was kind of cold. But then, like, I remember going to work early mornings.
Why does he have these facts on hand like this?
Oh, wow. I remember going to work early in the morning in McKinney, but then by the time I get out to, like, Fort Worth or Arlington and stuff like that, like, my jacket would have come off. I'd be in my regular shirt. So I feel like it's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Any more questions? We gonna be on maybe a few more minutes. I think we've been on for a little over an hour, about an hour and 4 minutes.
This was cool. It don't even
Can
feel
you?
like this.
It don't feel like an hour.
I feel like we just chopping it up.
Hey, Mizzy, can you recommend some places of worship for a Christian couple? North Dallas, preferably. We are open to online services. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So they call Texas the Bible Belt.
Man.
So there are hundreds.
I think the South is called the Bible Belt,
The South,
but
it's a lot of churches here.
But I feel like Dallas got like 5,000 churches within.
Yeah, so you have like your mega churches. So you have like Potter's House, that's TD Jakes. You have Gateway Church, that's a mega church.
Yeah.
You have what's another one that's
What's
real
the church
big?
down there? What you call it? The church.
Houston?
No, where's Waptis Pass?
Oh, Tony Evans Church.
Evans Church, yeah.
Yeah, Tony Evans Church is called. I can't think of it right now, but I forgot what his church is.
Y'all
called.
know Tony Evans. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah, somebody Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship Church.
Yeah,
Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. Do you have Friendship Church?
Yeah, you got Friendship.
Friendship Church. We've never visited, but we always want to visit Friendship Church.
Yeah.
And then those churches have different campuses around the city. So those are just some of the mega churches.
Yeah,
and then you have this. You got one
them.
community church. That's kind of mega.
That's north. That's North.
That's North Dallas.
That's Plano. So
okay, so if you want
Bridge.
North Dallas, let me be more specific because all those churches are not North Dallas.
Right.
North Dallas, you're gonna find one community church. You're gonna find Potter's House, North Dallas, because TD Jakes has a church up the street from here, North Dallas. Gateway has a north location. And that's off the top of my head. Those are like the mega
That's
churches.
in this area.
Yeah. So, but then there's other churches
Other small churches
in this area too.
Melissa mom goes to a church. It's
You don't have to say the
Frisco.
name of it.
Yeah, it's another small church in
Yeah,
Frisco.
it's smaller, but it's a good church.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid
Preaching.
preaching and teaching. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, like that was big for us to find a place to worship, because we are Christians and we definitely wanted to make sure we have a place to go to worship. So, but
we got to Urban.
We actually go to church in Urban, so we travel a little bit to get to where we got to go. But yeah, you guys. So that was a good question.
What about Joel Osteen Church? Oh, Joel Osteen, that's in Houston. So
That's in Houston.
If you ever want to check out his church, that place is huge.
Yeah, when I would travel to Houston for work, Krista would come with me sometimes. We would go there for their Wednesday night Bible study. Okay, so how did you guys move your stuff? I don't know I didn't know moving was this expensive. Shoot.
No, but we used the U-Pack. We use U-Pack.
We use U-Pack, and we
They charge you per foot. So if you got 8 feet up to the whole 26 feet, they charge you by the foot. So.
Yeah, charge you by the foot. We didn't bring a whole lot of stuff because we knew we wanted to kind of come here and start over.
Fresh.
So we didn't bring like our dressers. We brought a bed.
We sold everything.
We brought a bed, but we sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because we kind of was like new beginnings. Let's just get rid of this stuff and just start over. Because honestly, it's more expensive to bring it down here than to just buy it when you get here. So that's what we did. So yeah, you guys. So very good question. So we use U-Pack. You guys been so helpful. Thanks for doing this Q&A. Thanks, Jennifer.
King said Houston is great to visit but not to live. I said the same thing, bro.
Thank you, King. I do not want to live in Houston.
Man, shout out to H-Town, man. But you know what it is? The thing about Houston, there is no zoning, so things don't look cohesive.
Yeah.
It's like a tire shop next to a donut shop. Like literally right next door. It's like stuff like that just be weird.
It just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Zoning. Yeah, I go there. Well, not so much now because of COVID, but last school year, I pretty much could have got a vacation house in Houston. I was there all the time.
And I just feel like everybody's on top of each other.
Yeah. It's awful. It's awful. You guys, I hope you do more lives. So helpful. You guys, are these being helpful? Like, let us know right now in the chat. You guys, we did a webinar a while back, and we were like, we don't know if this is like really helpful.
I feel like our webinar was just like we had to.
Yeah, it felt like too stiff. But this feels
like,
more relaxed. I'd rather do like live stream. So maybe, and honestly, I didn't even promote this much because I was like, this is kind of like something random. But if this is helpful, we can commit to doing something like this maybe once a month.
Yeah, I say once a month.
Once a month. It's the last Friday. Maybe the last Friday of each month. We can commit to like doing these live streams for you guys and answering your questions. But again, like we said, we want to help you guys, like, because we had somebody give us all the tea. So we would love to be your personal mentors. If you love this, what we're doing right now, we will want to do this personally with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. So fill out this form, you guys, that I just put in the chat. Fill it out. You know, we would love to be your moving mentors and help you on this move, you guys. Like, we have different packages. You know, one is just like, boom, get on Zoom with us, run your questions by us. Be like, hey, this is my plan. This is what I'm thinking about. You know, how should I really execute this? You know, is this realistic? We can do that. And then we have another opportunity where we can have these Zoom calls with you once a week for a couple months or however long you need it to be. And we've even helped people every step of the way, you guys. Like, every step of the way, like finding an apartment, finding this, showing them this, like walking them hand in hand until they get here. Like, we just got a text message today from a girl that we had been giving some advice to, and she texts us like, I made it. I'm here. Like, I finally made it. Like, thank you guys so much, you know? So, yeah, you guys. Yeah, we would love to be that for you guys. So go ahead and click out that link, and we can talk more.
Somebody said no beach. No beach.
No beach.
Not in our area.
It's a man-made beach up the street.
It's a man-made lake. The beach, they say it's the beach. I never really been out there, but
y'all, it's not. Water is like non-existent. It's so many people, not people, but like complexes that create their own little waterfronts.
I think it's like, you know, that man-made lake out there near. Is that Roanoke or?
That's Louisville, not Louis.
No.
No, the Colony.
No, not over here. But I'm talking about east, going east.
No.
I think it was Roanoke.
Yeah, it's some lakes, but it's not like the Great Lakes. You know?
We always gonna be biased, y'all.
I know. We lived on the Great Lakes.
We lived on the Great Lake. Like,
we was like,
Lake Michigan.
Me and Chris would always go to the lake to like chill and stuff like that. So, yeah. If you need help, you guys, finding an apartment, we can help you with that. We have a great resource that can help you.
No blue water.
That can help you find a place to live. We have 2 amazing realtors, like bomb realtors, that we can connect you with.
Yeah. It's all in what your preference
One
is.
realtor, she kind of specializes in North Dallas. Yeah. Another, well, she be in North Dallas too. But the other realtor, I feel like, got a wider range. Like, she be everywhere.
She's all over the place.
And she's actually goes to our church. She's in our small group.
And, you know, she's our age.
Yeah.
And then the other lady is real cool.
She's a little bit older.
She's more like high profile.
Yeah, she be selling like,
I gotta sell these $1 million homes.
She be selling $1 million homes, y'all. Like, she's the truth. So if you want to even get connected with our 2 realtors, like, we can help you with those resources or whatnot. So, but all of this is free game, just so you guys know when we get into these live streams. But we do want to help you personally, you know, whatnot. So, water. Yeah, Galveston, that water is dirty. Casinos.
Sonya says she missed living downtown and taking walks on the lakefront. I don't have it on Venus. I missed the lakefront too. I was just telling Melissa
Yeah.
We used to go for our rides, man. That's the thing about it. Like,
Yeah.
we can't just go for a ride here.
We used to go,
We used to go for a ride, like, for real, like, go for a ride and just drive by the lake.
Drive by the lake, go on Water Street.
Get some ice cream.
Go to,
some custard, real ice cream.
Yeah.
But, like.
Go to,
It's stuff like that, like little stuff like that that I miss about home.
And wherever you're coming from, you're going to miss stuff about your hometown.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna miss stuff, but you just have to. You're just gonna have to make new memories. I do have a birthday coming up. My birthday is October 26th. We talked about that. We talked about racism a little bit.
But they really wasn't here. But we just, as far as, like we said earlier, as far as racism in the city, we haven't really experienced too much of it.
Just on the outskirts.
It's like on the outskirts.
Yeah. You literally have to cook every day. Yeah, I feel like we have to cook too every day. I was not there. So yeah, so hopefully we answered that question for you. Not so much racism in the city, but more in like the outskirts. We don't gamble, by the way, but we do like concert and shows, and of course the buffets. Yeah, we haven't been to any casinos. Somebody did ask us on our social media, what do we do for fun? Y'all, it's a nice little like scene out here. Like, it's a lot of arts, a real artsy city.
Deep Ellum.
Yeah, Deep Ellum is a real cool artsy area. They have like poetry. Since COVID has happened, like we can't do any of this stuff. But there's like open mics, poetry.
I used to have like a neo soul night over here near us.
Yeah,
Blue Martini.
Blue Martini is a cool place that has like a neo soul.
They used to. I don't know if they still do it though.
Thing. And then you have like Legacy West, which is like a really cool area. You got the food court. I mean, it's just nice, and you feel good going out and having fun. No, it's not. Disneyland is not coming here.
Disneyland is not coming.
Where'd they go? It's no space.
Where? You know what? They probably would put it out there near the out there in Arlington.
There's no space in Arlington. The Six Flags is on top of each other.
If they can make space for the stadium for
Disneyland.
AT&T, if they can make space for AT&T, they gonna make space for Disneyland. I'm telling you.
Artists, amazing artists.
It's a lot of land out here.
Resource on that.
That's the thing about it. It's a lot of land out here. It's nothing but opportunity.
Yep. Okay. So Dallas also has theme parks. So they have a zoo, which I heard was kind of foul.
If you're into like the entertainment things like that, I think Arlington would be your best area because in that area you got 2 baseball stadiums. You got the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. You got
which is really nice.
Out that same strip. It's a lot of bars and everything like that in that area.
Six Flags.
Six Flags is there. What else is there?
Fort Worth Zoo. That's not in Arlington.
That's not in Arlington.
Fort Worth Zoo.
But it's going out that way. Arlington is on this.
We have not been to the zoo.
We haven't been to the zoo.
I feel like the zoo is kind of sad.
I don't really think I want to go to the zoo now that I learned the back history of it. The Dallas County Zoo. I heard some stuff about it that I'm not too happy about. So
yeah,
I don't really want to. I'm good on that, man. I'm good on that.
And I feel like the zoo is like
the zoo is low key depressing.
It is. It's like, let the animals be free. Why they gotta be in bondage? I don't know. What do y'all think about Fort Worth?
Fort Worth is an old town. Fort Worth is an old town.
Just an old town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too. Other than the fact that I had to work out there every day, so I had to literally drive from McKinney to Fort Worth every day.
Demonstrates, y'all may know a little bit more about Fort Worth. We don't ever go out to Fort Worth. I don't know. North Fort Worth. She made it clear. No, we live in North Fort Worth.
Okay.
Let's make it clear. Because all of Fort Worth is not equal, you guys, okay? That's why you need a moving mentor, so you know what's the deal, okay? Because all of Fort Worth is not equal. Fort Worth is to Dallas the same. Oh, okay, so.
San Bernardino is to LA.
Are we frozen?
San Bernardino.
We're frozen. You guys give us a video about your life journey. Ah, that's so sweet.
I'm about to catch up with it.
Tornadoes. What?
I'm growing my hair out.
Chris, you was not about to catch up with me.
Underneath the hat, you know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
Growing my hair out, man. I'm about to catch up to Melissa.
I think we're frozen. Did we lose them?
We might have.
I mean, but we're still going on here. We probably gonna wrap it up anyways because it's getting late.
Yeah. But
wait, let's make sure we still on.
Remember you cut it. Yeah, I kind of regret cutting it off.
We made a whole video about that.
It felt good, but I did feel like superhero status with my hair for some reason.
You gotta grow it out in honor of Chad. Like,
I feel like I do have to grow
Chad.
it out in honor of Chad Bozeman. Wakanda forever.
You gotta grow it out in his honor. Tornadoes. Oh, tornadoes. We've only experienced one, like, a tornadoes nearby type experience.
It was pretty close.
It was real close, actually.
I think, what was that? It definitely tore up the airport out there at Love Field. I think it got as close as Plano, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found ourselves hiding in the closet one night.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Oh, hail is a thing here.
Yeah.
It's been very mild this season, but hail damage, make sure you got it. I think that's required by law.
Yeah, no, they actually give it to you. With your insurance, they'll tell you that you have to have hail coverage with your insurance. So
yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. We've been on here for a minute. I hope y'all enjoyed this. We're gonna be back here next month, last day of the month.
Kansas way, yeah, nah, we don't really get hurricanes in North Texas. That's more like, Houston, South Texas.
I feel like we in a good area. Like, we don't get that many tornadoes. We don't get hurricanes.
We get tornadoes. We get tornadoes because tornadoes touch down out north of us. So, like, what's that place? North. I want to say it's north of here. I forgot. Almost near Oklahoma. Places out there. We're literally like an hour away from Oklahoma. So.
Okay, you guys. If you have not gave this video a thumbs up, do not leave. You just got all this free information, okay? Free information. Do not leave this video without a thumbs up, okay? Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We have more Dallas video. I feel like this is the direction that our channel is going in. So we have more like Dallas videos coming up. Be sure to check out our community tab. That's where we like communicate with you guys when we don't have videos up. So we'll have different polls, we'll have different questions on there. Respond to our polls because we're really trying to deliver videos that you guys want to see, So we're gonna even take some of these questions that you guys asked us and make them into full videos. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to make sure we're giving you guys what you need in order to successfully move to Dallas. So yeah, you guys, give this video a big like.
And we both want to reiterate, in your decision of moving down, be sure to keep God first in the midst of your decision. Keep God first, because without him, it's no telling how things will work out for you. I don't know where we would be if we didn't have him.
Right. We'll be a hot mess.
But yeah, make sure y'all keep God first, man, in your decision, man.
Okay, you guys. TTYL. Oh, follow us on Instagram as well. Follow us on Instagram. Meet the Teats. You also will see our day-to-day life there as well.
Definitely.
Meet the Teats on Instagram. Okay? Everyday life. That's where we at every day. Okay? All right, you guys. Love you guys so much. Be sure to click this link right here to sign up so we can be your moving mentors. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Peace.
Bye, 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 bye. Okay, y'all. Don't look at me like that. How do you hang up this thing? Oh, shoot. Oh, Oh, you gotta hang it up on here. Okay, bye y'all for real.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
We out.